So you're thinking about moving to Boise, Idaho. Today we're going to be looking at kind of downtown, east of town a little bit. It's going to be a driving tour. I'm going to show you guys around. It's fun to look on Zillow at houses, but then you're always wondering what is around that area. Today I'm going to show you. Hey, if you're new here, my name's Craig Flood, and I make videos each week on this YouTube channel about what it's like to move to the state of Idaho, what it's like to live here, buy real estate here, and do life here. Additionally, I'm a licensed real estate agent with an amazing team and great partners who help people just like you make that transition and relocation to Idaho. You can call, text, or email days, nights, or weekends, and we would love to assist. So right now we are heading north on Broadway. Downtown is directly in front of us. Off to the left is going to be the university, and that's going to be the football stadium. If you've ever seen the blue field, there it is. Really nice, really close to downtown. And then right here we are traveling over the Boise River. One of the best things about Boise and the Treasure Valley, Eagle, all those things is the fact that you have the Boise River. It's really beautiful. It's really fun to go walk and wade in. It's really fun to fish in. It's really fun to float down. And just a great place to cool off in the summer. So we're going to kind of highlight the east side of Boise today. So off to our left, this is going to be downtown Boise. You kind of see what the traffic is like too. This is kind of a main cutoff of Interstate 84 behind us, but you got one turn lane, bus lane, 1, 2, and then 2 turns lanes, so 4 plus a bus, 5, 6, 7 on the other side. So really robust. If you hang a left right there, that would take you right through downtown and put you onto the freeway at the other end. Lots of one-ways in downtown Boise over there. Also got Chick-fil-A behind us. As we move up here, you're kind of seeing what things look like. Crosswalk, sidewalks, got a baseball field right after our right. Tin Taco off to the left, couple businesses, Stretch Lab over there, gas station, and we're going to have the hospital up here. It's going to be St. Luke's. If you're looking to get a job, St. Luke's could be a good option if you're looking to get a job at a hospital setting. Again, this one's really close to downtown. If you were to work there, if you didn't want to commute much, depending on price point, north end Boise could be a good option for you. East, southeast Boise could be a really good option for you, and you could keep that commute time down. And Boise's been growing a lot. The whole Treasure Valley has. And you're kind of seeing what a little bit of that traffic looks like. It's 3:45 on a weekday, so we're getting close to a lot of people getting off work, and these roads starting to fill up. That's going to be the St. Luke's Children's section off to our right. And again, we're going to be checking out East Boise. So you're seeing a lot of the established area of Boise where a lot of the existing homes are. We're going to check that out off to our right here in a second. So we're going to cut over here right now. And up here, I just see the fire truck pulling out. That'll be fun. If you're a firefighter looking for a job, great department here. Lots of stations in Boise. One of them is just right here across from the foothills and the Boise Bike Park. Engine 1 taking off. A lot of you guys talk about wanting to move here for the outdoors. If you were on this side of town, this would be one of your access points for that. So we got some public parking off to our left. If you're lucky though, you get parking up here. And this is going to be the Boise Bike Park. So you got jumps, concrete pump tracks off to our right. Right now I'm looking over there. I see a mom with her kids, some older guys. You get a lot of diversity in the sense who can use that and who can enjoy that. And then up in these hills, this is going to be a lot of the trails. Great for hiking or mountain biking or just walking. I mountain bike up there a lot, and I'm often passing walkers, passing people on horses. And there is also an archery place up here. So let's actually drive up this, and I'll kind of show you what a little of this looks like. You'll see as we kind of move away from some of these buildings here. So this is one parking spot that we just passed there on our right. And it's kind of up to you how you want to park, where you want to go. I will often park up further. There are certain trails that I like to ride, and so I'll often take this up further. But you can see, I mean, we were just downtown like 60 seconds ago, and now you can see we're on a dirt road. We got somebody up here walking their dogs, and it's just kind of open country up here. Again, trail systems all over. Good spot if you got dogs that need to get out, need to get some exercise. Good spot to come do it. Let them run around a bit. There's actually a cemetery up here on the left. Off to our right, we got a cyclist running the trail. But again, you have to think about when you move somewhere and you move into the house, you're going to build rhythms around friends, relationships, work, hobbies that you do, exercise that you get out and do. And so again, if you are in the Southeast, or if you're even here for work too, say you live somewhere else, you could take your mountain bike with you to work. You could run this on your lunch breaks. This could be a spot that you come and ultimately get really familiar with and enjoy and meet people on when you're out here walking around. I always strike up good conversations when I'm out here. Mountain biking, you get to the top of a hill climb, you're really, really tired. Other people are really, really tired. You strike up a conversation with them. A lot of fun. This is often a spot that I'll come park at right up here, use the bathroom, and then I'll cut off up into these trails. On either side, there are really good trails. We're going to keep going up so you guys can see this, and then we're going to zip out of here. We're going to cut through the neighborhood, and then we're going to keep kind of going into East Boise. And again, there's a trail entrance somewhere right over here. It's been a little while since I've ridden this trail. Right there, it looks like. Is that it? That says no bikes. Huh. Oh, no electric bikes. Okay. That is a really fun trail that I like to ride. You kind of get up to that ridge line and then you dip into the other valleys. And again, it's just a great spot to ride. If you're into mountain biking, getting exercise, or maybe you pick that up when you move out here, there's a lot of great trail options out here. Some are more aggressive than others, but you can really find anything that suits you and your abilities. So we're actually going to flip around right here. There's another spot to park trailhead. It keeps going up there, and I believe there's a archery shooting area up there. So if you're into archery, I see guys doing that up there when I come mountain bike. Now, I'm going to kind of speed us up. We're going to zip out of here, and we're going to zip into the residential neighborhood, see some houses, and continue to work our way east. We'll also be stopping by a new community where new construction's happening. So if you're wanting to buy new construction, you'll be able to do that out here. All right, now we kind of turn left into the neighborhood. Here you're going to find some really old, charming homes. You'll see some new construction sprinkled in, but we're going to kind of weave through this. And again, this just gives you guys a feel of what the area is like. So this is a part of East Boise. Something nice about this area of town is, one, you're really close to downtown Boise, you're really close to the river, and you're going to be really close to the foothills. Also, it's if you're not looking for the brand new construction, you want something a little bit older, maybe something with a little more charm, a little more character, a little more mid-century. And if you're wanting a neighborhood where you have established neighbors, it's not a brand new community, you have established trees and shrubbery. This is very beautiful in the summertime. Very lovely area. Now this is kind of interesting. So we got the school just off to our left here. I love this about this town. You got the Toyota Land Cruiser, you got the school, you even got the Roosevelt Market right here. So you kind of see kids running around. You have some bikes. You got some people probably stepping there to get sandwiches. Kids run across the street. Maybe shoot some hoops, but it's probably still school right now. So maybe not. We'll see. I guess we won't see because we're just driving by. But you can kind of see there's some charm in this neighborhood. They've built some things. There's a sense of community here. I often find in this neighborhood a lot of people, take care of their homes. The yards are taken care of. The houses are cared for. And that was Roosevelt School right behind us. Going to be Warm Springs Ave. A lot of history on this road. Huge house off to the right there. A lot of beautiful historic architecture on this street with a lot of variety. There's even a house that looks like a castle right up here on our left. But now we're kind of heading east out of town. I've showed this area before in previous videos, but you're going to have a couple things over here that could interest you. One of them is going to be the old state pen. If you're visiting town and you have, or you like seeing historic buildings, even prisons, that could be a really fun one for you to go check out. Other things over here too. You're going to have one of the community pools up here on the right. So if you're in this neighborhood and you didn't have a pool, you wanted to cool off in the summer, there's a great neighborhood pool over here with a slide that cuts down it. There's the castle off to our left. It's going to be Adams Elementary off to our right. And the pool area is just going to be directly behind that school. Here you got Warm Springs Market, so if you got to grab a last-minute gallon of milk, you can totally do that right there. So back to our left down that road, that's where the old state pen's going to be. You also got the botanical gardens, really fun to go walk through. Additionally, they have concerts that they do out there. I highlighted that in my other video. I'll link it down below, the top 10 things to do in Boise. So that was highlighted there, so be sure to check that out. If you're into golfing, we got one of our golf courses here off to the right. And again, just on the other side of that golf course, that's going to be the Boise River. As you're kind of seeing, we're kind of getting pinched up against the Boise River as we get closer and closer to it. And then we got the hillside off to our left. Actually getting to turn left right here. This is going to be Warm Springs Mesa area, and there is going to be some new construction up here. There's some beautiful homes up here that have some really gorgeous views as you're looking towards the city. And here you're also getting a taste for the landscape out here. I'm originally from the Seattle area, and my wife's originally from Idaho. And if you're familiar with the Seattle area, you know that this is not what it looks like at all. And so it's high desert down here. You just kind of see, you know, low shrubs, some nice stone and rock out there. But this is kind of what the landscape, untouched to some degree, looks like out here. Starting to see the views off to the right there. It's funny because over here, this really has a Arizona feel to it. It's really interesting. You're seeing some tiled roofs over in this section. And it feels a bit more arid. You're not really seeing a ton of trees. Very different than where we were just a few minutes ago, just being next to East Boise and the east side of town there. But again, these people have trail access to the foothills. Kind of hard to tell, but there is a trail that runs straight up that hillside over there. Off to our left, you can kind of see it built out. So if you like getting those steps in and sweating, there's a gal, looks like a gal up there. She's got her walking sticks out and she's going for it. But you'll definitely be rewarded at the top of that hill. Some people, when they move here, they hear a lot of things, like if they're looking for new construction, maybe more luxurious homes. They hear a lot of things about Eagle and Meridian, and it's great out there, but sometimes you can't forget about East Boise. It's just got a different feel to it, so it's something I often will encourage people who call us when they're looking to move here. I'll encourage them to say, hey, don't take that off your list too early. You might really like it there, or depending on work. There was a gentleman who moved here, and he's a doctor, and he is a dermatologist, and he has an office over here, and it gave them the opportunity to live in Southeast, and they love it. So up here, you're going to see some lots for sale. So there is new developments happening in this area. And this is going to be Boulder Point. Even got a home for sale right there with great view of downtown. I did another video where we went into a little more depth on Southeast, and that home was one of the ones that we walked through. So a lot of these communities, these new construction communities and older ones too, are going to have pools in them. So again, in the summertime, it gets really hot. And it's really nice if you want to go take a break, meet your neighbors, go for a swim. Again, you can kind of see the views, very beautiful up here. This is going to loop us around. The pool is going to be just down and to our right. And then out in that valley, the Boise River kind of meanders. Now we're going to work our way down further into East Boise. Curious to leave in the comments down below. I'd love to hear where you guys are watching from. Are you watching in the US, out of the country? And then maybe why you're watching the videos. Got a mom and her kid out for a walk. Kid waved. I heard him say hi. But I'd love to know why you guys are watching. What is it you're wanting to see? How can I help you guys? We help a lot of people make this move and relocate to the state of Idaho. So if that's something that you're looking to do, you can call, text, or email days, nights, or weekends. And we would love to assist. Often the next step that people tend to take when they're determining if they're going to move somewhere is going to be a scouting trip. And so a lot of times people come for a week or maybe 2 or 3 days. And what we do is we help you build out that itinerary for free. It doesn't cost you anything. We talk with you, help figure out what you're wanting, and then we make recommendations. Sometimes people come here, and I've heard stories where they don't use that service and they can kind of feel like they're spinning their wheels. They don't exactly know where to go. And then the downside of that is that they end up leaving, their trip's over, and they're still maybe unsure if it's a good fit for them. Or, I don't even know how I would know this or test this, or maybe they don't see the right places at all, and they decide it's not a good fit for them. But maybe there was something perfect for them here. So anyways, reach out to us. We can help you plan that trip, make it a success. And a success is you either determine you want to move to the area and you want to research it further, or a success is you determine it's not a good fit for you and you want to go look somewhere else. So, but again, this is a average sunny January day here in Boise, Idaho. It's about 42 degrees outside right now, so kind of chilly. It's good to have a long sleeve shirt on, wear a vest. Got some new construction up ahead, but we're going to hang right. We're going to hop out of here. Another gal going for a walk with her 2 pups. Now we're out of that new construction into some of the existing homes that have been built in the past years in this community. Again, you can already see the trees have grown up a bit more. Really nice community up here. It was really interesting when we bought the home we live in now on the Boise Bench, so just south of town. We were doing a remodel in the basement, and I updated the electrical system. I used to be an electrician back in the day, so I did a lot of residential and commercial wiring. And I updated the electrical system, and somebody had written inside the wall. And it was talking about how they had done the original remodel to that basement years ago. And they signed their names. Interesting story. I was able to actually hunt down one of the daughters. Told her I found it. We heard some interesting stories about our neighborhood and our house from her, which was great. But what we ended up doing is I ended up cutting that piece of sheetrock out, and I gave it to them as a gift, and she gave it to her dad, who was in his 80s at this time. But the interesting story too is that when they sold that house, they moved over here, and she told me stories about them building the new construction and doing all these things. But a really great story, and I cannot imagine what that was like for her dad, seeing the piece of sheetrock that they all signed, 50, 60 years ago. But you never know what you're going to find in the walls of an old house. I'm sure there's things you'd find that you don't really want to find. But then you get interested in things like that. Now, if you lived up here, you'd definitely be having to deal with a hill in the summertime. And if you got kids, this is the hill they're going to have to conquer if they're going to take this on their bike. And if they can conquer this hill, they have the freedom to go wherever they want. But no, really, if they did make it down, if you had kids, they made it to the bottom of this hill and they were fine trekking back up it, which would be a good challenge for a kid. They could make it down here. Oh, we got deer off to our left peeking over the hill. It's wild out here in Boise. Truly wild. Don't tell anybody. Sometimes I feel bad that I make videos about this area and all the locals. I often tell people when they give me a hard time for making videos, I'm just like, I think you people who are watching are already thinking you're going to be moving here, and I'm just helping you figure it out, and we want to make it a smooth, enjoyable process for you. Kind of nice. You can see the Boise River right there. I'd like to think I am not ruining Boise, and I am often pleasantly surprised by the people that reach out to us and the conversations I have. A lot of times I'd be like, one, I think they'd be great for the city, and two, I'd be like, man, I think I could be friends with you. Which doesn't surprise me because you guys spend all this time with me on YouTube. So directly in front of us is the Boise River. It is traveling that way. Oh, that was a window. Should have taken it. Here we go. If you don't want to deal with a street like this, where you got to put your head on a swivel, just turn it out. Don't move here. Or get the other exit out where you can get a light. The Boise Greenbelt is just over this ledge. The downside, if your kids, rode that down, there's really nowhere for them to go. So they'd want to exit out the other way, and then you'd want to get to the Boise Greenbelt, which is just right down there. So they could exit out the other way and hit the light. Here is technically an access point to the Boise Greenbelt, but it is truly a driveway. There are a couple homes out there on the river. Unbelievably, beautifully large homes on the Boise River. But we're continuing on. And we're gonna cut through where a lot of commercial development is happening right now. So if you got a business, this could be a good area for you to start up a business and service this part of the city. But again, I envision these videos are helpful for you. I mean, you can't get any close to a scouting trip than me driving you around in my car. Hopefully you guys are enjoying these. Let me know down below what more you guys are wanting to see, how I can make helpful videos for you guys. I know that this is typically the phase that you're in before you make a scouting trip. You're trying to figure out, do we want to buy plane tickets and fly out there? And if you do, reach out. We can help you with that process. But again, do as much research as you can because you can really figure a lot out about a place just on YouTube. You also got some new construction over here to the right. There are currently some homes for sale in this little community. And this is a really nice area over here. Southeast is very charming. The Boise River is really charming. Soon, there eventually will be an Albertsons over in this area. You're going to find a lot of, luxury builds in this area too. You have the opportunity for homes with views out here. You got a lot of people that want to be close to these foothills. You also have a variety of homes out here. You could find townhomes, luxury mansions, small communities. You kind of have a bit of everything over here. I'm actually going to jump us right across the river first. I want to show you guys Bounds Crossing. There's a great ramen place there that me and my wife just ate at the other night. I'm always a fan of trying to find the best tonkatsu ramen places. And I was pleasantly surprised by some of their ramen options. I didn't get a tonkatsu on this one. I got something else. But I found it to be really good, really enjoyable. And I think this place also has a second location out in Eagle. So we just passed over the Boise River. And just as we jump over here, you're going to have, this is where you're going to come get grocery stores. You got St. Alfonso right in front of us. You also have a school. You got the library over here. So if you like to go get a book or your kids like to go read, depending on where you live over here, they can easily just bike. Again, the Greenbelt is right behind us. It trails the river and you can access it on both sides of this road. And this is going to be Bounds Crossing. If you lived over here and you wanted to exercise, they run, I think, morning Pilates right here off to the right. Got a candy store, big favorite thing to do with my kids right there. My kids, it's a fan favorite for the kids. You got a Pilates. You have the Boise Fry Company for burgers. You got a sushi place up here. What else? I'm actually going to flip a U in this intersection. And then you got, I don't know if I'm saying it right, Nara's. That's going to be ramen. Great place for ramen. Really enjoyed it. You got a massage place right there. There's a great chiropractor right behind us as well. I went to when I kind of tweaked my lower back. I haven't tweaked it in a long time, so I feel really good about that. But there's a great chiropractor who could get me up and going again. And I really appreciated that. I think it was Alpine Chiropractic. All right, we're turning right. We're heading back right to just where we came from. Now we're turning right. And you're going to have a few things back here. You got some restaurants. This is some new commercial space. Everything's brand new. You got Derma West or Ada West Dermatology over there. Got a credit union. Got a physical therapist back here. You also have a veterans build out of an amazing gym. I've yet to be inside of it. We also got a coffee shop. We got Brewed, a European coffee house, they call it. I don't know what makes them European. Let's see. Off to our right, that's going to be the place where veterans get to go work out. Beautiful, amazing structure. Here we got some townhomes. We actually highlighted one of these townhomes in our other Southeast video, so if you're curious to go inside a townhome, you can do that. I was walking this park one time and actually saw a bobcat that came out. Very interesting. But again, this gets you access to the river, so if you enjoy fly fishing, you could easily just come park here, walk your way back down this trail system, and you'd make it into the Boise River for a good fish session. So here we got somebody running right in front of us. Again, this is more trail system. We got cyclists off to our right. That's something I really like about this area is it can be really relaxing, right? You got a long, hard day at work, and I think we all know what those are like. But then you come here and it's like, it's not just that you're staying in your home. It's, you're getting out, you're going for a walk. I got a family. It's like you're taking the kids for a walk down to the river. In the summertime, you're taking a break going down to the river. You're going for a swim. You're going fishing. You're getting exercise and helping with things. Also, it's really good to stay active in the wintertime when you're here. If you're not used to the, traditional 4 seasons like we have, it's like we got to get you out. We got to get you moving in the wintertime. So a place like this, it's a good mix of lifestyle, things to do, walking trails. It's just really fun, winter or summer. I do prefer summer, if you ask me, though, but lots of good options. I am also a big fan of the Idaho Shakespeare Festival, so that's just down the way up here. That is a real treat. Me and my wife love doing that in the summertime. Invite some friends, get some good food, go up and watch some good shows. So we're actually going to cut up on this hill over here. We got a development that I want to show you guys with some homes. I've highlighted it in the past, but again, if you're looking for that new construction, maybe you're looking for something with a view, you got a price range of $1 to $2+ million, you could spend that up there. So, all right, this is going to be Harris North. This is going to be built by one of the communities by Boise Hunter Homes. Last week's video, I did a driving tour more on the other side of the valley, hit Middleton, Star, jumped up to Emmett, hit Horseshoe Bend, and then popped out through Eagle. And 2 of the other communities that Boise Hunter Homes is doing is out there, so we drove by those. But they're one of the builders that you're going to come across out here, and especially if you're in that price range, you're probably going to see them keep popping up. So again, this community, very similar to the last one. It's going to be up on a hill. You're going to get some homes that are going to have some really good views. Also, just off to our right is going to be the community pool for this community. If you got any friends also thinking about making the move, or any family members, share these videos with them. Convince them to move with you. We can help you guys find homes near each other, and we can make this a big success for the whole family if you guys are all looking to get out of one place in particular. So right now there's going to be some new construction up here. Got one off to our left right there. That's going to have 3-car garage, beautiful home. These homes in front of us are going to be the ones with the view. And I've highlighted some of these homes previously, so I'll be sure to link those in the description down below if you want to jump into some of these homes. In terms of construction, Boise Hunter, they're going to use that zip system. That's going to be their waterproofing kind of outside membrane. versus using the Tyvek, which most people are probably used to seeing on a home. And this home just to our left, that was one of the homes that I highlighted. But really nice homes, really unique. A lot of them, some of them have inner courtyards too, so they're going to have a lot of windows. Just going to let a lot of natural light come through the house. If you're wanting to get moved up here, be sure to reach out. You can call, text, or email days, nights, or weekends. And if you're planning a scouting trip, we would love to assist you with that and ultimately help that be a successful scouting trip for you. And be sure to watch that video next, and I'll see you guys in the next video.